Hi everybody, welcome back. I have another new stamp from the new Blue Knight Rubber Stamp release. This one is called Boys with Pets. Look how super cute it is. We have this large silhouette of a little boy and his dog, a smaller one, and then one with the little boy with his cat, and then a smaller one. So 4 rubber stamps that you get. And we are going to make this. Super easy to do. And let's get into it. So first thing we want to do is get our stamping platform. I'm going to use my Tim Holtz Tonic one. I have it on the rubber side. Okay, I have a little piece of sticky grit in there. We're going to pull that off. We're going to grab a regular piece of white cardstock. This is Neenah Solar White Classic Crest. Just going to put that right into the grid there. Okay. Oh, and make sure that you clean everything off before you get into stamping. See, some people would edit that out, but not me. I leave it in there so you guys can see. I make same mistakes you guys make. See, I'm only human, but that's okay. That's why we have the back. Just flip it over. And I just washed my hands, so I don't even know where that came from. Anyway, moving on. Okay. So, first thing we're going to do is start with the trees. And the trees are part of this Silhouette Forest stamp. I don't have the one that's the Happy Birthday Silhouette Corner Foliage Silhouette one. That would work too. So, all I wanted were these trees. So, when we stamp this, we're only going to ink up the top part here. Okay. So I just want to line up the top of the stamp. And I am going to use my black VersaFine Clair. Oh, hold on. Stop the presses. For this card, I made the background first because I didn't want to have to double stamp it. Normally I stamp and then do the background, but this one's so easy. We only needed 3 colors. I used yellow, which is the Diary Light yellow, orange, and I used yellow ochre. Now yellow ochre I do not believe is in the set from Blue Knight Rubber Stamps. You may have to purchase that one separately. But this is how easy this came together. So grab my sponge. I'm going to start with the yellow ochre. And that's going to be our ground. Okay, and then we just need a paper towel to clean that off. I'm trying to go more vibrant with my colors because I've watched Tracy and Lynn do their cards. And they're very, very vibrant with their cards. So I'm really trying to add a lot of color to my cards lately. Okay, and then once we clean our sponge off, I'm going to use that same sponge and I'm going to go into the yellow. And that's going to go right into the middle. I'm going to kind of blend that line there too where they meet. Uh-oh, fingerprints. Then I'm going to throw in some orange on the top. Kind of blend that down. A little more yellow in the middle. And a little more orange on the top. Now, of course, you can add any colors you want. You can do a blue sky, purple sky, pink sky, a red sky, a magenta sky, whatever you want to do. In fact, I am going to add a little bit of magenta just to streak that in there. All right, just a little bit. All right, I'm not going to worry about my inky prints. I'm sure that I'll be able to get those out later. Okay, background's done. That's it. Use what you have. Okay, I'm just going to wipe this down real quick. It's easy to clean up. That's what I love about the pan pastels. You really can't make a mess with them. They're super, super easy to use. Now we're going to bring our stamp platform back in. And yank the camera out of focus. Here we go. Line this bad boy back up. There's that black ink. You know what? It must be on my platform somewhere. That black ink just came back to life. I don't know where it's at, but it's on something. This is what happens when you don't clean up after yourself. It's on here somewhere. Now I see that inky fingers again. All right. I'll just have to be conscious of that. See, I touched something. It was black again. Moving on with the stamping. All right. VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink. I like this ink because it's pigment ink, so it's going to be very thick. It's going to sit on the top, and it's great for silhouette stamps. But also we have our handy dandy Blue Knight rubber stamps magnetic handle, which helps us hold. It's so strong it doesn't even want to move. Hold the ink pad while we're stamping so we don't drop it. Super strong, you guys. All right, so I just want to ink up my trees. Now usually I have to ink up twice or so. And there's like a little area down here where there's some kind of like pine trees. I'm not going to go into that area. Just want to do these top trees. Ooh, that looks pretty good. I don't think I really need to do any more on that. We'll do one more anyway. But we don't really need to, we don't need to go too heavy here because that looks pretty good. Okay, that looks good. What fingerprints? All gone. And I clean our stamp off well and around it to make sure we don't have black ink everywhere. And you want to be careful because the VersaFine ink does take an extra minute to dry because it's a pigment ink, so it's a little thicker. It does take a moment. Now, we're going to grab the largest stamp here. Actually, I think since I made that one with the boy, maybe we should do this one with the boy with the cat. Yeah, we can do that. I mean, I don't know if the cat would be outside, but you never know. And then we're just going to kind of move this to the bottom. Right in between those trees. And we're going to ink up again with the same ink. You can see how full coverage that ink gets. And again, I think we'll probably just have to stamp it twice. Because I'm using the Neenah cardstock, so it's ultra smooth. So it takes the ink very easily. We use a watercolor paper. Oh, that stamped really good the first time around. When you use a watercolor paper, any paper that has any kind of texture to it, I don't need to ink that up again. We're good. Sometimes you got to ink up a few times to get it right. Okay. And then just to finish off the bottom, little cords aren't showing up on the camera there. I'm charging my iPad as I'm filming. To ink up the bottom, all I do is just take that same ink, and if you wanted to take a scrap piece of paper, you could kind of mask that off. Just a little bit on the ground there. If you wanted it to be completely straight. or a pen. You can do that too. But just rubbing some of that ink on the bottom there just kind of gives it a little border, but then shows as the ground. There we go. Like that little kind of dry brush look. And then make sure you clean everything up so you don't get ink all over your fingers. This is probably what happened. I didn't clean it up. All right, so that was super simple. 10 minutes, you guys, to make that. Silhouette stamps make it so easy. Of course, if you want to stamp a sentiment, you would do that on here, but then you would spray a fixative on there. I will show you how the fixative works. You take a little spray box. I use this Krylon matte finish spray. And you do want to do this in a well-ventilated area. Quick bursts, and that's it. It's done. And then it will soak in and dry. And you have a really easy card panel for a little boy in your life that maybe is trying to train the dog or the cat. Or even, you know, this could even be a sympathy card if anybody's lost a pet that's been in the family for a long time. You know, so I'm sure there are some very good memories with those animals. So there we go. Again, these stamps are new from Blue Knight Rubber Stamps. I will link their website down below for you. Let me know which one you like better. Do you like the dog or the cat? I am a little biased towards the dog, even though we don't have any pets. I just think the dog one looks better outside. I think the cat one would look better if it's inside. But do you like how easy it was to do that pan pastel background? Again, the stamp set is called Boys with Pets. You get all 4 high-quality red rubber stamps made here in the United States. And the set that I used for the background is called the Silhouette Forest, and also the pan pastels you can pick up. And don't forget to get your magnetic handle from Blue Knight Rubber Stamps as well. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching and keep on stamping. Bye-bye.